só para complementar, falar um pouco mais de inglês. I think I did not need to say here that as well on the GPS. If you want to meet someone, for example, for me, I'm here on Personal, for example. I want to meet someone on Montsusic. I do not just need. I do not need to. It's not the only way. Is to call the plaza. Not the only way. I can, because I have to meet people only on the same perimeter. I'm not paralyzed there. I can call the plaza to meet someone on Montsusic, as long as I can effectively walk to Montsusic or call plaza. So when I said I can only meet people of the same perimeter, did not mean I cannot move. I'm paralyzed, so everyone that wants to meet has to go to Praça Nova, that is from my region, because GPS does not represent your movement. So when I want to meet someone of my region, I have to go to that spot. So we have to share the same perimeter. So it's a location of conversion, of meeting. So to take the confusion, so people do not make some season. Now it is in order to be to Praça Nova, Montsusic, whatever. Use only then can meet or use plaza. Not like that. You can only meet. For it to happen, to have met, you have to share the same perimeter. Share, which means the perimeter can change. You can go to another perimeter. So, if you are on the same perimeter, you can meet. Or, if the person is out of the perimeter, you can call the plaza. If you are a person that is kind of slacked, you can call plaza. Or you can effectively walk to the same place to meet him that is represented on the GPS as a new meet, because you walk there and you have met. Understand me? Or you could call plaza as well. If you do not want to leave the house, you can call plaza to find another person, for example. But you will not want to pick a boat or a plane to go to United States or Spain to meet a person, isn't it? So you need the plaza. So you understand the condition. So you make the game clear. So you do not remove the movement you have made already on the GPS. It was not what happened. You want to go to a gym on Pokemon Go. You had to walk to there, isn't it? But if the plaza was available, you could go to the gym through plaza, isn't it? But in experience, you could not have gone to the gym without moving to there, because effectively you are not on the same perimeter. So you could only use find the gym if the gym was on your perimeter. So if the gym was on your house, you could go to the gym because you're in the same perimeter. You understand? So for me to clear, I'm wasting my video. So you understand the conditions. The system do not sabotage the system. So the condition is like that. You can only meet people on the same perimeter in real experience, life experience, physically. But does not mean you cannot move to another perimeter. As long it is in a space of your security, let's say, or a commodity kind of thing, man. You would like to go to the ocean and swim to go to another country. So plaza would be great, isn't it? Interesting. So you are on Pokemon Go. So to understand the conditions, you can, because what else experience is that, isn't it? You can only meet a person that you are in same space geographically, but in the same perimeter as long you are there. But if you are having interest to go to another person, to another to meet another person in another place, you have to move there, or the person has to move here, or you have to meet in the middle of place of interest. Otherwise, you need to call a plaza, or for example, use a phone call, isn't it? It's kind of basically the same. So the conditions for you to make the games, to bug the thing, now you cannot meet people. And then you would mess the game because you would not meet anyone because you're not in the same place. You're not in the same place, but you can walk. But if you do not want to walk, use the plaza. But because of some conditions, you will not walk to the United States of America, will you? So then you cannot meet. How many days would you go waste or whatever take? Not waste, but it depends on your perspective. It would take for you to get to America, walking or swimming, or by boat or by plane, or other means you have. And then you have to call plaza. You understand the condition? So it is not the thing about absolutely meeting people only on your perimeter. Kinda luck. I mean, only people that are on the same perimeter can meet, for example, fight in the system, like in real time, because you can see them. But does not mean you cannot move, because without the plaza you can move on the GPS and meet the person. That was not what would happen before. When you want to catch a Pokemon that was on that pier or whatever, you had to walk to there. Then you have to walk to there. Imagine the Pokemon there is a person. You have to walk to there to meet him. Meet the person. So for you to meet the same perimeter, has to understand each other, to meet each other. So my perimeter and your perimeter have to meet each other. Understand? So you do not mess up the code to only put people there. And saying perimeter, then is already, I had to be there already. But how come I was there if I didn't move? So everyone has to be absolutely in the same place. Kind of like that. Do I teleport now? Sure. Kind of become this psychopathic person. People that use the season, then fight and become a dictator. You understand? So the only quality of Plaza and the GPS in terms of can I say like same system if function is when the plaza the GPS represents the same spot in terms of perimeter, because then they are kind of equal, but you will lose advantage in using the plaza when on the same space spot geographically in terms of perimeter, because you would call a plaza when you have met the person already there. So which means you would take more charge of your battery. You would let be with less battery in fewer time. More fewer. You understand? So the conditions like that, they have GPS. You can make the plaza. For example, we have GPS plaza. GPS is only for your geographical space, and then you have some commodity. That only for the GPS works on the same on the regional space. But suppose the other regions of GPS, but you cannot meet directly because you are not there, then you have to call Plaza. So you have GPS, the system of GPS Pokemon Go normally. To be able to meet people is you can only meet people that are in the same space as you. in terms of perimeter, because that's the reality. Here there's not anyone, and besides my mother, my mother on the same perimeter. I cannot fight her here, isn't it? But the system can exist and support it. But I cannot meet my mother because my mother not here. So if my mother were here, I could meet my mother and fight her in the game. But because she's on the other side, on the other side, I have to go effectively to there. The GPS represents the meet and we fight. Or here, from here I can call Plaza and fight my mother there. For me not to be there. But does not mean I cannot move because I'm paralyzed on the same perimeter. She had to be there. So how come we will meet? He has to be born here, transported here, like being invocated here. Invocation with the equation. Kind of like that. You understand what I mean? So the condition, like the GPS only supports people in the same region, but does not mean you cannot move in the same region. You can go on moving because you have the quest for there and meet perimeters. But the person is too far from your perimeter. I will not keep on explaining this thing. If you're not the same perimeter, then because of the possibility of meeting is not very much possible in that time watch, let's say time frame, you call the plaza. So simple system, the system supports the people in the same region naturally without plaza, but only on the same perimeter. Otherwise you have to call plaza. So in the same perimeter, plaza equals the normal functionality of the GPS. So in the same perimeter you can fight without the system, the plaza, or without the plaza, or with the plaza. But the plaza will take more battery. But in the same region, if you're not on the same perimeter, does not mean you cannot meet with the system. So for you not to paralyze the system, you can effectively move to the place to meet the person with the system without the plaza. But if you are kind of slack, you don't want to go there, you can use the plaza. But someone may not keep on with this thing. If someone is outside the perimeter in another country, plaza is needed. But you can walk without using the plaza and meet people in the same region for you not to paralyze the system. You understand? Well, it is something kind of insane. Like people that facing each other on the internet, meeting each other on the internet. I actually think they're meeting each other. Like, that's why if I speak to a lady, she does not want to speak to me because she thinks we are on the same place. We share the same space virtually, man. Because the internet is a space that was created for people to want to meet each other like a plaza. That's the internet, like a plaza. That's why I speak to ladies. People are trembling because they're facing. They think they're meeting me. They like facing on speaking on telephone. People think we are together there effectively. That's why the mind kind of synchronized. What the fuck? We kind of have met somehow in the means of understanding in the space, virtual space. You can say thank you if you wish. That's what to understand what is it to have to not wait no I'm not the mind that would people think effectively they are in the same place when I'm speaking to people on the internet. That's why probably when I meet with you, you are so trembling. They were so trembling, too much trembling. I got so much anxious. Because you have with all your power that you could have met in real life, because like we had met already all day long. That's why probably the relationship do not last, isn't it? Even on internet. You can be a cheetah. We have some distance from each other. There's a way of understanding in the middle. You think effectively you're there, wasting the charge you had to use when we really met because we were on the internet. It's like internet, we are there together. That's why you're tired of the person already. So yeah, it's a space of understanding. So I will not keep on saying this for this thing. You understand what I mean? What the fuck?